Welcome back, Zip Nation. We are on Football Coach College Dynasty. We're playing the role of Coach Eric Taylor here at Akron University. And I tell you what, it's a brand new day in Akron. The dust has settled on our very first winning season. It took us 4 years, but we got there. The trophy polish is still shining from that bowl trip that we won in the New Mexico Bowl, beating Northern Illinois. And now it's time to roll up our sleeves because we're diving into the offseason. We're going to spend that hard-earned bowl money, look to hopefully boost our prestige and lay the foundations for what we are hoping could be an even bigger year ahead as our young team continues to grow and mature and train. So don't touch that dial, because you know what? Once we get this thing straightened out and head into season, we're going to head into the season 5 kickoff, and this team's got its eyes set on proving that one season 4 was not just a flash in the pan. We are going to grow and continue, and we're going to have to meet up against Ohio State. So let's check out the end of the season. And thankfully, Ohio State did not win the championship again. It was Florida beating Michigan in a classic, apparently. So we don't have to deal with that. We finished 72nd. We were well ahead of our expectations. Our athletic director loves us now. We are extremely safe. And the fan base passion has increased from an F to a D. So that's good news as well. Coach integrity, we did gain 7 points there for keeping our promises. So that's good. It gives us more to cut players later, because that's probably what we're going to have to do, depending on how the transfer portal goes. So let's lock in and see what we've got with this offseason. Okay, we get 4 new points and a new badge. So we are going to do recruiting, and then 1 into training. That's probably going to be best. So now we've already got expert trainer and a QB recruiter. What can we do? We could do running back recruiter, offensive line development. That's huge. We are going to be recruiting more and more. We're going to go with a running back recruiter. We're already at a disadvantage when it comes to recruiting due to this difficulty level on Legendary. We need that help, I think. We do have 1 for our offensive coordinator. Offensive talent was ranked 1-2, but finished 58th. We do need to get an academic bonus, I feel like. Let's help with recruiting here, because he's really struggling with that. And we get to increase our defensive coordinator. We're going to do that with 1-2 recruiting. So we're going to get all of our recruiting better. I think these guys are all locked in as well. So that's good news. They are locked in. All of us are, for at least this next season. Well done. So we're just going to stay here. Not a problem. Let's stay on our current contract, because we have no other choice. We're going to retain our coordinators. I really want to retain the defensive coordinator. There's other ones out there. No one nearly as good. The only thing is like some of these guys, what I like about this one, Michael here, if we have to replace him, he's only got 1 on offense, which means all the points can go to the things that actually matter. It's just going to it would take a while for him to get built up. So we're going to retain him. There's a good chance we're going to lose both of our coordinators, though, after that lock is done. We're going to keep the same style here. It worked well for us last season. There's no reason to change that, I don't think. Now it's time to take a look at our players leaving. We've got lots graduating. Nobody's expected to get drafted. We don't have, very few are going to be graduating. We have lots of returning players. A lot of returning players. Wow. 32 freshmen. 78. So we are going to have to make some cuts to free up some space. Let's check out the transfers and all of that and start to see what we've got ahead. Well, there are 2 players transferring, Griffith and Emery. So let's go through. Let's see, scholarships. We've got 11 potentially. Quarterbacks, no one to cut. We're going to need to keep Diego Barrett. We're going to keep all these, even though it's Maddox Carlisle's job. There's no doubt about that. Benson is back. Burris is back. Person is back. No one to cut there. Wide receivers. Okay, so he wants playing time. He is good, but these guys right behind him are not too shabby either. He's a junior. He's going to be a senior next year. He's already playing behind guys. We got these guys that can just step up, I think. Let's not go for him. We're not going to keep him. Tight ends. We do need the tight ends, that's for sure. We got one coming in. The offensive line is looking good. We could cut this guy. Free up a spot. Let's cut him. I'm not going to cut anybody there. Ugh. This is rough, but we need to keep all those players. So we need to invest in the defensive line and the transfer portal. Linebackers, this guy, he's a walk-on. Let's get rid of him. Cornerbacks, we do want to keep him. You know what? You will definitely get to play in 40% of the snaps. There's hardly anybody ahead of you. And my guess is we're not going to bring anybody that great. All right. So we'll take that. We don't have to take an integrity hit. Maybe we need to cut somebody else. Gage Keller. 71. He's blocking the way of some of these other guys. Maybe not. Running backs. I mean, we don't have a lot of incoming guys coming, so maybe we're okay. Maybe, yeah, we have hardly anybody coming in right now as recruits. So we've got plenty of room. 11 is enough. We don't have a huge high school recruiting class coming in, so we've got enough to work with when it comes to off-season recruiting. Let's see. Did we get anybody drafted? No players were drafted. Transfer portal. There's 91s, 80s, 7s. Anybody going to the Hall of Fame from Akron? Nope. Ring of Honor for Akron? Nope. We've got some field goals made. Stephen Oakley. Bo Mathis with 9 sacks. Matthew Mathis. So the Mathis boys. Maddox Carlisle setting all the passing records for a single season. No surprise there because we actually had a guy who could throw the ball. So now it's time to take a look at off-season recruiting. I'm going to dive in, go through that, and then whenever we're ready to wrap up the off-season recruiting, we'll see the results together. We have arrived at signing day, so let's see if we can get any of these guys that we went for, starting with our 2 that we were still left over from the recruiting. High school during the season, I knew we weren't getting any of these. Now let's see. I couldn't offer NIL money to a lot of these guys, so I don't know that we're going to get them. Lost out to Eastern Michigan. Did spend $1 million on this guy trying to pick up this linebacker who is an A potential 77 overall, and he went to Eastern Michigan just barely. Zachary Harris is one that we couldn't spend any money on. Here's one trying to get a defensive lineman, and we got him with our $550,000 NIL. We added more to him. We needed defensive line help. This is one I was hoping to get as well, but I think Kent State's going to beat us out for it, and they do. We put 380, wasn't quite enough. He would have probably been the better player, but he was the one we had a better shot at. I didn't think we'd actually get that close on Boykin because Kent State, they had the better recruiting, I thought, but maybe we should put some more money into him. I don't think we're going to get Logan, and we didn't. We're not going to get Phoenix. Eric Durant, this is one Now, these last few are ones that nobody was offering to, so I was hoping to maybe steal one of them. Looks like we are going to get ourselves a defensive lineman from Quentin Steele. Oh, no, we were going after him. That's right, 690,000. That's one of our biggest transfer recruits with that A-minus potential from Tennessee. These are the ones then that we were going because nobody else was going for. We do get an offensive. Oh, we don't get the offensive lineman. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, so we do get the offensive lineman here. Awesome. Out of Florida State, a B76 overall. He can run block at 89. That's what we wanted to. This is one we're not going to get. He's going to go to Houston, but we're going to get another receiver who's a 71A overall out of Northwestern. And we should get another running back who's an A-minus 68. We needed to have a little bit more depth, as well as another defensive lineman, which we did need defensive line help. So he gives a little bit more depth with the potential. I thought, why not? We can take a shot at it. As far as the recruiting class goes, I mean, not too shabby for just 14 players. The ratings are going to be way down because we didn't bring anybody in. 14 players is all we brought in. And most of them were 3-star recruits. But we're still happy with that. Hopefully we see a prestige boost, and we do. We didn't just jump up to 2 stars. We jumped up to 3 stars. That's going to get us more NIL money. That is good news. So we're going to max that sucker out to $7 million, and we still have $23 million remaining. We resolved the debt. We still have $20 million. Let's see what happens when we do maintenance for everywhere. The facilities, it's great and all, but I want to see if we can get somewhere. We're going to do $1 million to everything. You know what? Let's go ahead and spend to level 3. There we go. We still have $5 million. We now increase to F in academics, 25% chance to be gold or diamond for boosters, and the coach experience gains are given at 3% bonus. That's good news for us. That helps us get up there a little bit faster. 1 million, another million. We are close to college life. We are also close on the stadium, but we're 8.5 million still away from that. Facilities, we're 18 million away. College life, we're 11 million away. And marketing, we are 19 million away. So we're not really close on anything else. Almost think we just need to keep going after facilities, and if that's the case, till we should start getting more money if we can move up to a new conference, and that's what we're going to worry about. So let's just, 18 million, stadiums 8 million, give us more of a home field advantage, better when it comes to recruiting. Tell you what, let's do $1 million here, and we'll add the other 800,000 to the stadium. I'm happy with that. We're going to make our academics better. So that can help us in recruiting as well. We got a lot of money there. The bowl paid out. So we picked up $4 million from the home and homes. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do there. Need to keep money coming in that way. We did get $1.5 million from winning a tier 3 bowl. Not the best. But again, the big thing is we need to see where we are as far as conference alignment goes in our division, in our conference. Are we close to moving up? Oh, we actually get another diamond donor booster. We have 2 diamond donors. I have never been that lucky before on even easier difficulty levels. Next realignment happens next season. So we are in the MAC. We are 3 stars. We need to be one of the top teams to move up. We got out of the risk of moving down. But Ohio, Miami, Toledo, Western Michigan are all above us. We got to somehow get up to there if we want to move up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit is what we want to see. Okay, let's check out our schedule. So we do have... What do we have to do? We have some time still to do Ohio State. Kennesaw State, we have time to do all of these, actually. So let's replace Louisiana Tech. Put somebody in here who's going to give us some money, who's not that great. Like Western Kentucky out of Conference USA. How are they? 10-4. They're too good. Maybe not that. Let's go down a little bit more. 2 million would be nice. North Texas out of the American. 8-5. That's more on our level. Let's try that. That would get rid of 2 of our commitments. Kennesaw State and UTEP. 1 new one would come in, but then we could use next season to knock off another one. Also play Ohio State again, maybe. We're going to have to do that soon. But we can get a little bit better before we go in and lose that game. So we'd be looking at Kennesaw State, who finished 4-8. UTEP finished 4-8. North Texas 8-5. And then the MAC, which we've shown we can beat any of these teams. And I think we're going to be even better next year. So everything's ready to go. Let's advance to the next season. It is time to look at the offseason gains, and I like these numbers at the top already. Let's check out our quarterback. Maddox Carlisle with a 7 overall gain. Biggest one was an accuracy. He's a 95 accurate quarterback now. 80 in arm strength, 83 in IQ. He's got 80 of speed. This guy is the real deal for us. Benson and Burris both improved by a decent amount. 80 speed, 82 speed. They're not the fastest guys, but Isaiah Person is much quicker. He increased by 10 in the speed category, so he becomes a lot more valuable. And these other guys, yeah, we'll see. Wide receiver wise, got 3 guys in the 80s now. Others not too far behind, +4 for our new freshman there. Tight end, that's what we need. Now we're getting a little bit better. Nathaniel York gained 6, Cleveland gained 3, but 3 solid tight ends now. This is looking better. Offensive line, that's what we wanted to see. The run blocking, 92, 87, 91, 83, 92. We have some run blockers on our hands. And not only that, one of them is an 81 overall now. 9, he just leapfrogged everybody. Joel Sullivan, our 6th guy, is just a sophomore. Teague, our best guy, is a junior. We got other guys that are ready to get into the 80s. Mr. Cook, you're probably not going to be around very long. Okay, we can definitely work with that. Kicker-wise, Mr. Shear, 93 and 85 on power and accuracy. 85, 7, okay. So Elliot Moses will be the punter. Shear could do them both, actually, but we've got to see what we've got on defensive line. That's going to be a little weaker spot. Bruce Fulton definitely improved. We got our 2 top guys are not seniors. Only there's a senior, but we got 4 guys that are going to be back next year probably. So again, it's over time that we're going to see these guys get better. And hopefully with a 3-star prestige, we're going to be able to recruit a little bit better out of high school as well. We've got potential. We got linebackers. This is one, Kane Watts. I moved him over from safety because we needed another linebacker. So he's going to be our 4th one because we're a little thin when it comes to linebacker. Cornerbacks, we're looking pretty solid. Not too shabby. And safeties, Alejandro Guy, followed by redshirt sophomore and Rex Holland, redshirt freshman. These are both going to be ready to go in the next one. So we've got a pipeline going there. Things are looking good for us. Let's check out the game plan install. We've got the max bonuses we can have. We're not going to change any of that. 4th down strategy, I like to be aggressive. Play pass, yep, balance. We're just going to keep everything balanced. There's no reason to change any of that. So let's advance. And now I'll set up the recruiting, set up the training, and we'll get ready for season 5. Well, we have our new expectations, and this time it has gone up quite a bit. He likes us a lot, but he's given us, Mr. Phoenix King, he's given us 5 games to win this season, which is going to make it tougher to get us going. We have already, though, $7.5 million extra donated by having our new 37-year-old diamond donor. He likes pass defense to hold opponents to less than 280 pass yards per game. What is our other options? Hold one of them to 180 pass yards or fewer, or win against Toledo, UMass, or Ohio. I like that one. Throw 31 total pass touchdowns season. We've had like 5 or 6. This one for an extra 2.6, I think we can do that. Throwing less than 15 interceptions, that's been something we've been doing, so let's try that. That would pick us another million and up. Beat Ball State to get us an extra $3 million. That is potentially $27 million in donations. That would be great. And look at our offensive talent, number 26 in the country. Offensive talent. We have 16 seniors starting, 18 on the roster. Nice balance now. That's good. Wow. This is going to be an offensive. Okay. We better put up some numbers this year. I'll show you the recruiting board. So we are going for, well, we've got to get rid of some of these guys because we don't want any F+ guys. We will send an offer to him. So we have 18 seniors. We're not going to get all these guys. That one is good enough. 68 overall. We'll go for it. Even though he's got the D+ potential, D- potential, though, means we will not be going for him. Let's continue to offer. So we got some, again, potential is what we're going for. We are noticing we're going after 2 4-star guys, and we're actually in the running for both of them. So that shows you something. We only have 4 home games this season. So unfortunately, we have to do our schedule, our visits fairly soon. We are going for another kicker. He's a gem. He's got a big leg, so we can work on his accuracy. We do have another kicker that's going to be graduating, so that's why it's a good one to do. Let's see what he's got. C+. We're just going to remove him at 57 overall. He's trending way down, but his potential's there better. C+ is not going to cut it. Not at that level. We will give these guys some offers. We'll continue to offer here because, again, a lot of these guys we will not be getting. So we can afford to try it. We're not going to get, oh, no, not this guy. Nah, not him. We already scheduled a visit. Yeah, he's just, we'll hold off. No, he's not going to be good enough. He's not interested enough anyways. Let's schedule a visit here. Let's get those visits in because we don't want those conflicts of interest happening. Yep, see, they're already starting to happen quite a bit. These are all guys we can go for, not this one. He's a 72 overall, but we don't want the F. D+ is not going to be good enough. Neither is the D-. We don't know about these guys, so we will not be inviting either one of them yet. So that's our board. We do have a lot of potential again. We do have some stars. We got some 67 overalls to start. When you look at our overall potential, we have a 73, but he's a kicker. A 70 junior college player, 68, 67, 67. So we've got some freshmen who can play. When we look at the depth chart, we have players that can definitely play. We do know our 2 workhorses are going to be these guys. Wide receivers, all well spread out. Proctor deserves a workhorse. So does Rhodes. Those were the two main guys last season. Tight end, I'm going to have to go with a workhorse for Mr. Cleveland. And definitely these top three guys, they're going to lead the way. The others can rotate a little bit, but I love the offensive line. The defensive line doesn't look too bad either. Looks a little better after all the offseason training. Same with the linebackers, but we are going to have these two stand out above the rest. Cornerbacks, okay. We are in a conference that we should be able to defeat a lot of these teams that we're going up against. I guess Mr. Shear's just going to be both for us. Yeah, he's just going to be both. He's the guy. So let's look at our practice focus. We've got a 78-76 team that we're going up against in Kennesaw State. We will try the quick passing, limit the short passing. Let's lock that in. Apparently I have two more recruiting things I can do. So we're going to not worry about the kicker. Not worry about him either. Here we go. Let's go for the A potential player and the B minus Jim. See if we can't get those guys. All right, let's kick things off. We've got Kennesaw State followed by Western Michigan to start this season. Season 5 is ready to go. We have a lot of offensive talent, and we are favored by 11 points over a team that beat us a couple seasons ago by 6. We were 0-5 when we played them. They were 1-4. We are a much more talented team than them. Their coach has been there for 3 years. This is our 5th year. I like our chances. I'm excited. This is a new season. Hope springs eternal. We've started the last 2 seasons off really well at 2-0 each time. We are not going to start with a pass. That's not what we do. We run the ball. But we do have a player, a quarterback now, that can throw the ball. See, Proctor already from there we go. Benson. Oh, no. Jonathan Cox fumbles the ball. Things were going really well for us. Now it's a chance to see what the defense is capable of. And it's not much to look at, but they missed the field goal. And already Nathaniel York with a 22-yard pass from Maddox Carlisle. Incompletion. Let's try the outside run, the stretch again. Mr. Burris with 19 yards. Inside zone, 6 yards for Burris. Outside zone gets us 1. Benson, try again. And he gets in there with 3 yards. Then we try the pass. It doesn't work. So let's try the triple option play here. 3rd and 6. 4th and 6. Let's kick the 3 points on the board. I am confident in our kicker this season. Mr. Shear is going to be somebody we can rely on for 40-plus yard field goals. But we got to get to that position first. And right now, the offense is a little struggling. Let's get the ball on the ground. We know we have lots of run blocking. Oh, look at that. Jonathan Cox, 22-yard pass from Carlisle. Carlisle can move the ball, 30-yard pass from him. We're on the 4-yard line. We're not going to do that. We're going to run it up the gut. There we go. Hugo Burris with a 4-yard run. We missed the extra point after I just talked about it. But then we get at the interception. 2nd and 10. Lacani, a new name there for us. Benson with a yard rush. Person gets stuffed, but then Cox gets 11 yards from Carlisle. Hugo Burris, we're not going to fake flip this. We're going to do the fullback dive. Person with the 1-yard touchdown run, and we're up 16-0. Getting ready to go into halftime. Can we hold them off to keep them at bay? We do not. They do miss the field goal. We can move the ball. Can we pass it down there? 1st and 10. No. Let's see here. We can go medium. Maybe not. All right, 10-point lead going in the second half. We have a guy who's much more accurate this season. Curl flats, there we go. Lacani, new young guy on our team. What is he? Let's check out the depth chart. Lakhani is our fourth wide receiver. He is a redshirt freshman at 78 overall already. That's awesome. Ratliff, another one, new name on there. It gets 10-yard pass there. Person with a 9-yard run. Lakhani with a 3-yard pass. First and goal. Hugo Burris with a 1-yard run gets it in. We are up 23-6. Now let's see what the defense can do. I don't know that the defense is going to be what they were last season. Rating-wise, they are roughly the same. But I can trust the coordinator with this team now. Offensively, we are moving the ball. There we go, shutting them down. We're chewing the clock already. See, he knows what I want. Let's punt it away. We're up by 17. No reason to be stupid. And we cause a fumble. We get the recovery. Benson there, 2-yard rush for Person. Benson, 7-yard rush. Carlisle gets stuffed. Oh, Person gets stuffed. But 2.5 minutes left. Shouldn't be a problem to hold on to this. 4th and 10, we get the ball back on downs. 2nd and 9, 1st and 10. Let's change that. I want to run the ball. I know it's getting a little greedy. Okay, we'll take the knee. 493 yards. 231 passing yards. We are going to be throwing the ball much more effectively, it looks like, this season. Burris and Benson already breaking the 100 yards. Ratliff is what? Redshirt freshman. 2 redshirt freshmen at 78 and 77. That is really, really good for us. Stewart got a sack. He's a senior. Kane Watts, the safety, we moved to linebacker, picked up 2 sacks. And he had a pass deflection. Interception by Fulton, our defensive lineman. That was a fantastic start to the season. And let's see if we can, for the 3rd straight year, go 2-0 to start the season off. Unfortunately, we already have a minor injury to one of our key run blockers, Joel Sullivan. It's only minor. It's only 2 weeks. We can do without that. Look at that. Setting passing yards. We already set the new record for the team. Tackles 15 for Marco Marsh for Syracuse. Wow. Not enough to win the game for him, though. We've got new records. Offensive talent is awesome for us. Now, we have number 15 in offensive talent. So we better put up a lot of points per game, and I don't know that we're going to be doing that. Let's check the visits. We need to schedule these. Let's change to make sure we're only doing it for people that we have offers out to. Nothing's changed as far as who we're going to offer what. As far as the race goes, let's see. Where are we at points ahead? Here we go. That one's going well. We're well ahead there. Good here, good here. Hanging on that one. This one's going to be a tough one to hold on to. No. Okay. Just targeting a player. We're going to continue to get points there on the kicker. No one that... Yeah, now we're in some more recruiting battles that are going to be a lot tougher to win. We're going to have to use some of that NIL money potentially, except I don't know that I want to unless we have some really big-time players. I'd rather save it for the transfer portal. So let's see. Western Michigan. They are a run-first team. They've got 419 yards running. Who did they play? An FCS team. So that's a little bit different. Let's try to stop the run. We're going to do the quick passing. These stats are inflated. They're not going to give us a true idea of what we have to do. Actually, let's go back to the depth chart. Oh, so Sullivan's way down here. Nesmith could go ahead and get in for a couple plays, couple games. And let's see. So Western Michigan defensively, we're about the same. Offensively, we are much better than their defensive talent. We have lost both times to them, though, 35-7, then 20-10. But it is a new season. We have a new team. Let's see what we can do. We are going to start with the ball. We will start with a pass, and that's why we don't start with passes. But Russell Proctor there. So Maddox Carlisle can throw the ball now. Lacani with a 15-yard pass. We have the ability to mix things up much, much more effectively this time around. That should pay dividends for us offensively, but our defense needs to stay strong. Good grief, guys. We're already getting stopped, though. Held them to 3rd and 9, 3rd and 4. They get it again. Oh, my goodness. They just came down the field on us big time there. RPO slant does work. We're getting adventurous with these pass calls. Oh, and it worked. Graham Cleveland, 29 yards. Gets us to the 5-yard line. Let's try that fullback dive. There we go. Person with a 5-yard run. Tie the score. See if we can't get the ball back from them. They will get the ball at the second half. Okay, we held them at a field goal. Play action pass. Effective somewhat. Tight end attack gets us down the field. Tight end stick. There we go. Jonathan Cox. Maddox Carlisle is finding players using that accuracy. Benson. We have a heck of an offensive line in front of these guys as well. And there we go. We have a touchdown pass. That is something we haven't seen much in the past. 2nd and 10. We've got to hold them. Okay, good deal. Now we got to see if we can get some more points. Angelo Rhodes with a 22-yard pass. 3rd and 10. Oh, there we go. Rhodes, 14 yards. We've got the ball moving. Let's try a short pass, curl flats. There we go. Benson with 8 yards there. The stretch play doesn't get us anything. 46-yarder, and we are able to do that. Sheer, well done. Sheer genius on that one, you might say. Kick that thing off. Coach Taylor's excited. We are doing well here. We can't run the clock, chew the clock yet. We got to get more points. We're expected to get more points. And we do just want to get more points to build a cushion. Maybe we should start. Oh, there we go. Interception. Alejandro Guy. He's our guy. There we go. Benson with the 13-yard rush. That's what we were looking for. 3rd and 5. We're not doing the bubble screen. Let's actually line up and do an audible, though. Smash Diggs. Oh, doesn't work. 33-yard field goal. Does give us a touchdown lead, though. And another interception by Isaac Emery this time. 2nd and 9. We're at Burris there. 3rd and 6. Doesn't get it. We're into the 4th quarter. 4th and 3. We held them again. Now it's time to run the ball. We will chew the clock now on this drive. We're in their half already. Let's see if we can't run the ball on them. There we go. Angelo Rhodes with a 14-yard pass from Carlisle. We've got a multi-touchdown passing touchdown game. Why not let him pass the ball a little bit more? Things are going well for him. Let's pass it. Take advantage of that. That's what I'm looking for. 2nd and 5. 1st and goal at the 7. And there we go. Isaiah Person with an 8-yard run. And we just put up 34 points here on Western Michigan. Only they just got a 52-yard pass to close the gap a little bit, but we're up 15. We get the onside kick. Let's take the knee and let's see this thing out. And we're going to 2-0 yet again. 391 yards on the ground, 205 yards passing. That's 2 games in a row where we passed for 200 yards. He averaged well, 8.2 per attempt, 2 touchdowns. Burson Benson, solid ones. Person again. That was a good one. 1 sack. Mr. Blair down here. 2 interceptions, though. Alejandro Guy. Isaac Emery, who's only a sophomore, 81, a redshirt sophomore. We have the potential. These guys are starting to shine. They're getting there as juniors and redshirts, and this is exciting because I think the foundation, we see that with the talent level. If we can have a big year, maybe, just maybe, we can get picked for realignment. But we're going to have a big one, and this is not good. Maddox Carlisle, our star quarterback, just went down with a major leg injury for 5 weeks. Oh, no. That is not what we needed. Jeremiah Donaldson doesn't have the accuracy. Alejandro Wiggins does. Wasn't he playing a little bit for us? He did play 3 games. Oh, this is a disaster. Did Donaldson get in at all? Nope. Oh, boy. Well, Donaldson's the dual threat. Wiggins has the better arm and QBIQ. Well, we will just have to see. We're going to have to move Carlisle to inactive. Oh, no. Things were going so well. That's a blow. Okay. Well, that's okay. We have a team. We can still win. We got the running game. We have the offensive line. We have the receivers. Everybody around him. They will lift him up. We may not be as hopeful for passing the ball as we thought, but we do know we can run the ball effectively. We've got the running backs. We have the offensive line. It looks like the talent-wise, Miami, Ohio is going to be tough defensively on us. Everyone else on the schedule is below 80 on defense. And their offense isn't overly impressive either. Outside of, again, Miami of Ohio and Toledo, nobody's offense is looking to except in North Texas, who's not in our conference. So we have a chance. If we can get by these next 2, maybe we can have a nice run here. But we'll see. So let's see. We're going to come back next time, continue this run. We're off to a great start outside of the injury. We'll see if we can make it through that. He should be back in time for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be right around Ball State, or he'll be back after the bye for the second half. It's a blow, but I think our running game can get it done. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Things are looking good for us. So thank you all for joining me on this one. Take care. Come back, and we'll see you on the next episode.